if you had came to me and told me, hey, Resident Evil 8 was going to be announced at the PlayStation 5 conference, I'd have been like, that sounds legit, but no way, that can't be, you know. They're still, you know, they just came out with 3 remake, and that kind of, that wasn't very good. But lo and behold, Resident Evil 8 was announced during the PlayStation 5 conference. And huge shout out to It's Bacon, or as we just call him, Bacon. His channel's in the description. He was streaming the event when I was like at work, so I had to like go back and forth from working to watching. It was due to his live stream that I was able to see that it was announced. I didn't see the trailer though. Fate had it that I was going to make this video here for you today. Another Sir Reacts, but for Resident Evil 8's new trailer, because I stopped watching his stream for a little bit to do my job, and when I came back, we were at the final instances of the trailer. So I know what happens at the very end, but I don't know anything else. We got to react to this trailer. We got to. I've been waiting for this game ever since Resident Evil 7. Oh my god, dude. I am so excited to finally get back into the swing of things. Don't get me wrong, I've loved RE2 remake, RE3 remake, not so much, but I had fun with them. But I want to move forward and see what the future of Resident Evil has in store. So without further ado, my name is Sir James Insane, and let's get into this trailer, y'all. His story comes to a close. Whose? Don't just say that and not tell me who.
A young girl went with her mother to pick berries for her father.
Okay.
Who was hard at work. But the forest greeted them with a dark, cold silence. The bushes empty. Yet determined to find the berries, the rascal broke free of Mother's grasp and vanished into the trees. Mother's worried cries faded fast as the girl ran on, over vine, under branch, and into the forest deep.
Dang, what? That kid needs to get disciplined.
What is it with that
Don't just
creepy
take off.
story?
It's just a local tale.
You're really into that stuff?
Quit being so paranoid.
Is that Ethan talking to Mia?
No!
Oh.
Friendly! Who are you? Who sent you? What's going on? They're coming. Who is?
Whoa! Bro! Dude, this looks great. Wait. I'll go back after this. Dude, this looks like RE4, but better. Ooh, Umbrella. I saw that. That wasn't Blue Umbrella either. Ooh. What the fuck was that? Dude. The werewolves! Village 8. Oh my god.
Chris? Sorry, Ethan.
Dude!
Why?
Dude! He just murdered the shit out of Mia. That's the first thing I want to get off my chest. Secondly, you guys see that? This is at some point in the trailer. They showed this little thing. That reminds me of and I saw discussions of this on Twitter as well, which is why I brought it up. This looks like the D series head from Resident Evil 7 that was used to try to make, not to try, but to make the cure for Mia and Zoe. That's what that looks like, but it also reminds me of like Las Plagas from like Resident Evil 4. Dude, so it looks like we're getting back into the swing of things of like Umbrella or whatever other big bad guy being like the one pulling the strings, as opposed to how isolated and kind of just tongue-in-cheek Resident Evil 7 was with like the overall lore. You know, because a lot of people still don't realize that Resident Evil 7 is definitely part of the entire thing. Like, I think 7, if anything, just introduced Ethan as a new character, which a lot of people have been noticing are not very happy about. Mainly because Ethan is kind of this he's this character who doesn't really have any type of like normal reactions to anything. Like this clip here.
What the fuck? Well, that's special.
Like, he literally sees Marguerite change and is just like, oh, that's special. I get it, you know, following like Resident Evil 4 and all that stuff, you know, the characters were definitely more one-liners and things like that, but it made more sense before because, you know, 4 had Leon, who had been through everything he'd been through in the second Resident Evil. 5 had Chris, who'd been through everything he'd went through in the first. All that stuff, you know, like they were returning characters, so they've been through it all. Ethan, who is new to this entire thing, was just kind of like, he behaved like he'd seen it all already, you know? Like, at first, when you start the game, he's acting a little more scared, but that's quickly just drawn out, and he's just more of like a, you know, stay dead, like a one-line, like, that's just how he was developed. I think it was mainly because he wasn't exactly meant to be like this overarching character. He probably wasn't even meant to return in Resident Evil, but because if I remember during a discussion with the devs after Resident Evil 7 came out, they were saying that Resident Evil might be more of like, you know, just normal people going through horrible atrocities and things like that. So it, you know, them using Ethan again was probably not even in the cards before, which is why he was made that way. He was made to be just this one-hit character, like, you know? And I get that, but he seems to have a little more development with him now, just a little bit. And, you know, we can't say much more until we play the game. We obviously can't. I'm excited to play it regardless of whether his dialogue is just him dishing out one-liners and being completely unaffected by the atrocities around him. As for what we just saw now with Chris and all that stuff, that was already discussed months ago because a leak said that he would be like an antagonist now, which is still debatable because a part of the leaks also stated that there's hallucinations going on in this place, which would make sense because things like the werewolf and all that shit, you know, I'm pretty sure Resident Evil is still Resident Evil. It's just bioweapons being used to turn people into monsters, but instead now the inspiration of the monsters being created are based on real life, like fairy tales and folk tale and all that crap. So I'm pretty sure it's still Resident Evil, like, because there's a witch. For those of you who don't know, the leaks explain that there's a witch and things like that. And you're probably thinking, why are witches in Resident Evil? Like I said, it's all still bioweapons, most likely. I highly doubt they're taking the more supernatural route because, you know, I'm pretty sure, like, if anything, they understand the fan base does not want that. There's already plenty of games that like to dive into that. Resident Evil is all about its bioweapons. If anything, it seems like they're definitely playing a more secretive kind of route with, like, the storytelling this time around, which I'm all for. And this is also said to be, like, the most goriest Resident Evil to date, which I don't mind either, but I just hope it doesn't try to utilize it too much, you know, if that makes any sense. Because we already got tons of horror games that utilize that to its potential, like Outlast 1 and 2, some of the most goriest games I've ever seen and played. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind it though. I'm excited to see what new routes they take. I just really hope that they're playing it carefully, because like I said, when it comes to coming up with new ideas and trying new things, there's a lot of bad that can come from it. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully this game is well done. And it looks like Chris got back to his normal looking ways. He looks more like his RE5 and RE6 variation, just a little older, more of a dad bod. He's gained some weight. You know, like, they weren't enough boulders to punch once he got back to the city, I guess. But yeah, as to why he just shot Mia in the face like 8 times, I don't know. It looks like the game is going to try to paint them as the antagonist, but personally, I don't know. I think that that's a red herring. I think that at some point we're going to be going after him, and then he's going to be like, I did this because this, and that. You know, like, I think that there's a reason for the madness. But I guess we're just going to have to wait and see. And it said it comes out in 2021. I'm hoping that it does what Resident Evil's been doing lately, which is it comes out in, like, the beginning of the year. I would love for this game to come out in like February or March or something like that. That'd be great. But the fact that they haven't said the actual date makes me think maybe not. I mean, we're only in the middle of 2020, so there's a chance it's still in the beginning of the year. I really do hope that, because that'd be an amazing game to play first off on the PS5. I would love that. This discussion has gone on for way too long, but thank you everybody for watching this. I'm so excited to see what new things they have for Resident Evil Village or Resident Evil 8, whatever. So, thank you for watching. Please smash like. Oh, and if you're new around here, don't forget to subscribe. Let me know if you enjoyed this reaction and discussion, and I will see you all in the next one. Stay safe, play games, above all else, remember, somebody loves you.